Live.
Good evening, everyone. We are live. You are welcome to another live episode of Wednesday Crypto Talk, proudly brought to you by Binance Africa. We are going to cover different topics relating to crypto, and it promises to be a wonderful conversation. I'm your host, Kehinde Lawal, founder of Niger Cashflow, and I'm very glad to be here today. And if you are also glad, kindly put in the comment section your name and where you are joining us from. Okay. If you participate actively in today's conversation, you have a chance to win free BUSD courtesy of Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. And if you are yet to open a Binance account, please do so using the link attached to this live stream. Okay. Having said that, it's important that I run a short disclaimer. Nothing that I'm going to be sharing should be considered financial advice. It's only for informational and educational purposes only. You still need to do your own research and due diligence before you make any investment decisions. Okay? So, before I go ahead, I need to be sure you all can hear me, and also I would like you to share your name and the city that you are joining us from. So I'm looking at the comment section right now. I have Samuel Alagbe. Samuel Alagbe has been very um, frequent with our program. So Samuel, it's good to have you here. I'm very happy to have you here. Okay. So I also have Father Unsi from Nigeria. Nigeria is quite big. So Father Unsi, I'll be glad if you can tell us the city that you are joining us from. Okay, before we go ahead with what we have for you today. And let me know if I'm audible enough or I need to increase my volume. Okay. Okay, so Father Unsi is from Lagos. Okay, Father Unsi, you're welcome. Okay, so without wasting, okay, I'm glad that you all can hear me. So without wasting much time, let's go to what we have for you today. We're going to be covering the concept of NFT. So I'm going to start with that. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. This is a very popular this is very popular now in the cryptocurrency space, unlike back then, right? And I'm going to be explaining all these concepts in a very simple, in a layman's language. I don't like grammar as well, and I believe if I can explain it with what you can relate to, right, with what you can associate to, then it's going to be a win-win for all of us. Okay. And by the way, I have Kasim Okunowo from Abeokuta. So Kasim, you are also welcome. Good to have all of you. And I want it to be a very lively conversation. Feel free to ask questions and also contribute, right? Okay. So NFTs, as I've said, stands for non-fungible token. Yes. So non-fungible token is a type of art, is a digital art per se, right? So the digital art that is on the blockchain, right? And because it's a digital art that is on the blockchain, it shows that what it's limited, right? And it's also scarce, right? We know that most cryptocurrency has a limited supply, right? But now, when you now bring art on the blockchain, they are also limited, right? And they represent a unique they have a unique identity. When you bring art onto the blockchain in form of NFT, they have a unique identity. That is, you can only have one of that particular art. And if you are wondering why NFTs are so expensive, it's just based on this uh, non fungibility, right? Most cryptos are fungible. That is, if I send you one Bitcoin and you send me one Bitcoin back, that's fungible, right? Because I don't need to be checking. Did you send me the exact Bitcoin that I sent back to you? No, right? An example of money that is fungible is naira. If I give you 100 naira note, right? I bought something from you, I gave you 100 naira note. If you're also buying something from me and you're giving me another 100 naira note, I don't need to be checking and be saying, oh, are you sure you gave me the exact 100 naira that I gave you, right? So what I'm trying to say is that fungibility means that each unit, each single unit are the same. That's the meaning of fungibility. Okay. But when you are looking at non-fungibility, it means that each unit are totally different. Each unit is unique, right? And they have their own different characteristics and attributes. That is to say, if I create a digital art like this person, this art on my slide, this art on my slide, if I digitize it, then we only have one copy of that art, right? So in a way, although most people won't agree, in a way, NFTs are more scarce than majorities of cryptocurrency, and that's why they're the most expensive, right? And if you are familiar with NFTs trading platform, you realize that in an NFT collections, we are going to have different art with different characteristics, properties, and attributes. Samuel Alagbe is asking, what makes NFT have the quality of fungibility? You didn't get me right, Samuel. NFT doesn't have fungibility. NFT is not fungible. NFTs are non-fungible. And what I mean by non-fungible is that each unit of an NFT, each item in an NFT collection is different from every other item. They are unique. There can only be one of it. And that's why it's what is expensive. Okay, and I'm glad someone said he got me now. Yeah, and I'm glad. All right. So now NFT are digital art, as I've said, and what makes them unique is because they are non-fungible. They are different from every other items in the collection. Okay, so in an NFT collection of 10,000 items, each of those 10,000 items are different, right? So imagine an NFT collection like Board Ape, Board Ape Yacht Club, BAYC. Imagine an NFT collection like that. What's going to happen if the whole world want to buy it? So its price is actually going to appreciate. It's going to appreciate in value. It's going to appreciate in value because they are all different and they are also limited in supply. Okay, so if you are yet to buy an NFT, so let me give you example of what you might need an NFT for, right? So you can use NFT for ticketing, right? We all know Gary Vee. Gary Vee is a popular social media influencer, right? So he held a conference called V Conference, and everybody that attended that conference had to get admitted with his NFTs. So everybody that attended that conference had to get admitted with Gary Vee's NFTs. So in that case, that NFTs is that unique item that is giving each person unique access to a product or service, right? You can also use NFTs for membership. Anything that has to do with membership, you can use NFTs for that. And I think NFTs is here to stay. It's here to stay. Another popular influencer that used NFT is Ty Lopez. I'm sure we all know Ty Lopez. So Ty Lopez, for example, created NFTs around his um his um his personal brand, right? He created an NFT called Original Garage, something like that, Original Garage, right? So, for example, those NFTs, he differentiated them into the ones that are going to give you access to meet him on the farm, the one that's going to give him access to meet him in his house, the one that's going to give you access to mentorship. So now If you purchase any of that, it's going to give you access to it. All right, so Lawal Musa is glad to have you here, right? And I was just talking about NFTs. So another use case for NFTs is in the real estate industries, right? So imagine you buy a land where where you have not visited, and all the certificate they issued it to you in form of an NFT. And if you want to sell it, you just sell the NFT. So a lot, we are still in the very, very beginning, and we're going to see a lot of use cases coming to NFTs. You can also use NFT to raise money, right? You raise money from people and you issue NFTs to them. So that's another interesting way to use NFTs. That's another interesting ways to use NFTs. And I'm sure that right now you have all gotten the whole concept or the idea of NFTs, right? So what are the platforms that you can trade you can buy or sell NFTs? The popular platform that we have OpenSea, which is like the number one. We have Coinbase NFTs, and we have Binance NFT. So that those are the three that I recommend you to look at, right? And Binance NFTs, for example, they are on the Binance Smart Chain, and you have cheaper fees. So Binance NFT is number one. So so you have cheaper fees on Binance NFTs. All right. Another one that I want us to look at is how to buy these NFTs. Okay, so if you are using for example, you need to have a MetaMask wallet, right? You need to have a MetaMask wallet. If you're on Binance, you don't need a MetaMask wallet. Okay, but if you're on OpenSea, you need to have a MetaMask wallet. So and it's very easy to open a MetaMask wallet. All right, so you just need to download it, add it to your Google Chrome as an extension, create an account, write down your seed phrase, fund it with Ethereum, or if you can configure it to another chain, let's say the Binance Smart Chain, fund it with BNB, or if you can configure it to Solana or Polygon, fund it and start buying NFTs. Okay, all right. So that's that about that, and now I'm going to move into the concept of DeFi. Concept of DeFi. I'm sure all of you have heard about DeFi, decentralized finance. Okay, so DeFi is just bringing your day-to-day finance to crypto or to blockchain or to the decentralized world, right? And the major essence of doing it is to remove middlemen, remove the banks, remove the financial organizations, just remove the middlemen that makes transactions slow, or the middlemen that makes transaction expensive, right? So that's the whole idea of DeFi. You're removing middlemen that they make transaction so expensive. So what do you also need for DeFi? You also need a MetaMask wallet, right? Or a Binance Smart Chain wallet, right? So that you can be able to hold your digital asset on your self-hosted wallet, right? And when you have them on your self-hosted wallet, you can now use it to do all sorts of finance activity in the decentralized world. You can do your normal savings, you can do your normal investing, you can do your normal insurance, you can do your normal lending, all in DeFi. And Samuel Alagbe is saying that with DeFi, the middleman is not needed. You're right. The middleman is not needed in DeFi. You don't need banks. DeFi is completely permissionless, right? It's completely permissionless. You don't need DeFi. You don't need banks in DeFi, right? So I'm going to be mentioning a couple of the best DeFi platform that you can use. I have a couple of them. Right? So the most popular one. So, but okay, before I mention the popular DeFi platforms. You also need to use DeFi. I've said you need MetaMask. You also need crypto, especially Bitcoin, especially Ethereum and BNB, right? You also need stable coins like USDT, stable coins like BUSD, stable coins like USDC. So you can use all of them for DeFi. You need softwares or applications, right, that you can actually do this DeFi of a thing. So I'm going to be showing you all those web applications, all those D apps. They call them D apps, decentralized applications, right? And you also need hardware. We have people that do their DeFi from hardware, right? From all those um, hardware hardware devices that you store your cryptocurrency, like your Ledger Nano, so on, right? So let's look at the applications. So the most popular ones that we have Aave.com. So I have Raman Adesola. So Raman, you're welcome. All right. So I have Aave, right? I may not even know Aave, right? So Aave is like one of the top uh, DeFi platform whereby you can do lending and borrowing, right? It's so easy, right? If you are the DeFi degen, they call some people DeFi degen, they don't use centralized platform. All they use is centralized finance platform. Okay, so if you are the DeFi degen, you can do your lending and your borrowing. You can do your lending on Aave and what earn interest, and you can also do your borrowing on Aave and you pay interest on what you borrow. Okay, so I need to be sure that you're following me. If you want to check out Aave, you go to app.aave.com, and it's very easy, right? It's actually very easy to use uh, the platform to use Aave, right? Just connect your MetaMask wallet. Make sure you have assets that you want to use as collateral for lending or borrowing, and that's all, right? But what I'm trying to do is to give you insight into this idea, give you concept of how this thing works, right? You still need to do further research, and if you still check the Binance YouTube, we did some video that was on Monday on how to use Aave, right? So you can check that. You can check that out. So we also have Compound. Compound is also a very popular DeFi platform where you can, earn interest on your money, right? They call it yield. Yield. We have APY, we have APR, annual percentage yield, annual percentage return. And for those of you that if you don't know the difference between APY and APR, it's simple. So APR is like simple interest, right? You keep money and you get interest for a year. It's not compounded, right? But when it comes to APY, which is annual percentage yield, is usually compounded. That is, even your interest is now getting interest, right? So one thing that is very important when you are using a DeFi platform to lend or borrow money is always look at the APY or APR. Very, very important. And I would suggest you avoid high APY or APR. Avoid them. Like for example, I saw some they have 300% APY, right? So the thing is quite all right. You stake your money down, right? You've lent out your money. Now at the end of the day, token has reduced in value. At the end of the day, you got 300% of the token that you staked. But what if it has reduced in at the end of the day, your 300% doesn't mean anything. So if it has reduced in value, then at the end of the day, your 300% doesn't worth anything, right? So that's why you need to be careful. Okay, let's look at another application of of DeFi, right? As I've said, we have some people we call them the DeFi DeFi degenerated is actually like a abusive word, right? So these people, if they want to exchange their coins from one crypto, that's what they use for their cards. Another way to use DeFi. My internet is slow, it's breaking. All right. All right, good. So Lawa said I should go on. That is learning a lot. So Lawa, I'm glad that you are learning a lot from what I'm sharing. So I was about telling you some other ways that they use DeFi. So for example, now if they want to trade futures, right? They don't need to come to centralized exchanges like Binance. They can also do futures in the DeFi space, right? We have a platform called DivideDX where you can even do your futures trading. So we have a lot of platforms in the DeFi. So it's left for you to what, research some of these platforms, right, and try them out. Try them out. But you need to understand how to manage your risk. Don't put all your money into one platform. Don't um, don't give out your seed phrase. All right. Don't go after very high yield because at the end of the day, you might get the high yield, but that token that you're holding has already reduced in value. All right. So having said that, let's go to portfolio, right? So I need you to use the chat box if you have a crypto portfolio. If right now you have a crypto portfolio, please use the chat box. Okay, if you have a crypto portfolio right now, please use the chat box. I need to be sure, right? And even if you have or you don't have, I'm going to share more tips on how you can build your crypto portfolio. So how can you build your crypto portfolio, right? So the first thing you need to understand is divide your cryptocurrency investment portfolio into three buckets. Okay, into three buckets. The first bucket is called the low risk investment bucket, right? The third bucket is called the medium risk investment bucket. The second is called the medium risk investment bucket. And the third bucket is called the high risk investment bucket. So these are the three buckets: low risk, medium risk, and high risk. Okay. So now let's look at how do you invest in them. In the low risk bucket, that's where you're going to have your stable coins, right? The low risk is where you're going to have your stable coins, right? Your stable coins are BUSD, your USDT, and your USDC, right? So in this low risk, you must ensure that you always have stable coins, right? every time have stable coins because there will always be opportunities in the market, right? So Lawal Musa said he has a crypto portfolio. That's nice, right? But I'm going to be giving more tips on how you can have a well-balanced crypto portfolio. Okay, so I was talking about the risk, low risk bucket. That's where you have your stable coins, and it's very, very important. And this should never be lower than 40% of your crypto portfolio, right? Your low risk should not be lower than 40%. That is, every point in time, you need to have stable coins. Yes, don't say this is the best opportunity that is in the market. This is the last opportunity. If you don't join it, that's all. If you don't put all your money, no. So don't say your trusted friend is recommending a platform, then you now take all your USDT and you put it inside that low risk. You put it inside that single cryptocurrency, right? So your low risk, you need to always have stable coins, right? So let's move to the second one, which are the medium risk. The medium risk. As a matter of fact, we only have three coins that should be in your medium risk bucket, right? And who can guess the three coins? I'll be looking at the chart now. Who can guess these three coins? I'm looking at the chart. So Lawal Musa, who can guess these three coins that you put in your medium bucket, your medium risk bucket? No, 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 no. Lawal Musa is saying BUSD. BUSD, USDT, USDC, all those stable coins that are in your low risk bucket. That's the first bucket. They are there. Now we are talking about your second bucket, your medium risk bucket. Okay, so in your medium risk bucket, what needs to be there are these three coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. Those are the coins that need to be in your medium risk bucket. You need to also have them, right? You need to also have them, right? So now let's go to your third bucket, which is your high risk bucket. So this is where you put your altcoins, other coins that are high risk, right? So example of these coins are Luna, for example, Shiba, Dogecoin. All those ones are so volatile, right? And they are high risk because you can actually lose about 95% of your money if you put them in your high risk bucket. Okay, so your high risk bucket should contains of other altcoins, as I've mentioned: Luna, Shiba, Dogecoin, any other coin, right? So I'm not going to give you a secret. I'm going to give you a secret now on how you should operate your cryptocurrency portfolio. So what is the secret? The secret is this: you move money backward. You move money backward, right? You move money backward when you're in profit, right? So now let's say you made profit on Luna and Shiba and Dogecoin. Where should you put your profit? Right? So if you make money from Shiba, Luna, and Dogecoin, which is your third bucket, you bring those profits back to your what? Your second and first bucket. That is, you take those profits from your third bucket, which is your high risk bucket, you bring it to your medium and low. That is, those profits that you made on Luna and Dogecoin, you convert them, and you convert them to what? To Bitcoin, Ethereum, or BNB, which is your second bucket. And those profits, you also bring part of it to your first bucket, which is your stable coins, right? So when you're in profit, you are learning how to convert it. So you move backward, right? And if you also make money in your second bucket, if you make money in your second bucket, which is on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB, if you make money there, you don't now take that money and bring it to your high risk. You take that money to your what? To your low risk. You convert those profit to stable coins. That's how you lock in profit. And I like, and I'm glad that Samuel Alagbe is following me. So Samuel, I'm glad that you are following me, right? So that's how you move within your bucket. If you understand this, you will not lose money, right? That's how you lock in. It's called lock in profit, right? So when you have made profit, you move back, right? You move back, right? So the mistake most people make is they make money in the high risk and they still leave it in high risk. And what's going to happen if you make money in high risk and you still leave it there, right? What's going to happen is simple. In high risk, they can go down by 95%, 99%. High risk can go down by 95, 99%. Go and look at the chart. Go and look. In fact, Luna went down by 100%, right? So if so, and the difference between your third bucket and your second bucket is that in your second bucket where you have BTC, BNB, and Ethereum, they can only go down by, let's say, 50%, right? This last crash they went down by 50%, right? So your money is still there, well locked. But imagine you still left your money in your high risk and they went down by 99%. Where are you going to be today? I'm sure you won't find it good watching this video. Okay. All right, so Samuel Alagbe said when he was doing trading, he always don't come back to BTC or any stable coins. Yeah, that's true. All right, so that is that about building your cryptocurrency portfolio. That is that about building your cryptocurrency portfolio. Understand the bucket, right, and understand the coins that should be in the bucket, right. And when you make profit, you move backward. That's how you lock in those profits and ensure that you don't lose them, right? Right? And when the market has also crashed and you want to start buying gradually, you also move forward. But this time around, you are buying gradually, right? So one mistake people make is they put all their money in a single coin. Don't try this. Oh. Don't try this. I've made that mistake before, and I don't wish that on anybody. Hmm? That is what they call going down the drain. You are going down the drain because you put all your money in a single coin and did not perform well. That's all. I did it in 2017. I bought 2018. I bought EOS. I saw it go up and I left it. It went down. So that's that about that. And keep your questions coming. Keep your questions coming. Adedamola Oyesomi said she's just joining us from Ogun State. You are welcome, Adedamola. All right. And Samuel Alagbe is saying, don't invest in one coin alone. Don't invest in one coin alone, which is very, very true. Right. Another thing you need to know about building a cryptocurrency portfolio is that you need to do your research. Majority of us in Africa, or majority of us in Nigeria, we don't like to do our own research. What we like to do is wait for our friends' research, right? But don't forget, this is your own money, right? This is your own money. Then you need to be responsible for how you apply your money. Okay? And Nigerians, I don't know about the Africans, but Nigerians are fond of, if somebody give you a tip or a prediction and the prediction works, you will not go and uh, you will not give that person out of your profit. Oh. But if the person give you a prediction and the prediction made you lose money, you will let the whole world know that this person gave you a wrong prediction. Just imagine. But whenever you make money from his prediction, you will not give him money. So we need to stop all that and do our due diligence, do our research, which very, very important. Okay. So guys, so let's look at other things. Avoid Ponzi scheme, avoid pyramid scheme, right? So Ponzi scheme and pyramid scheme are very popular. You can't even add that to your portfolio. Those are very, very high risk. right? Those are very, very high risk, right? So that's that about that. And before I move to the next topic, you need to have a ratio for your low risk bucket, medium risk bucket, and high risk bucket, right? So you can use 40, 40, 20. That is, your low risk is going to be 40%, your medium risk 40%, and your high risk 20%. So that way, when you make money, you are going to lock in your profit and preserve your money. You're going to preserve your wealth. Okay. So please keep your questions coming as we move over to crypto investing and trading automation. How many of you have used trading bot in crypto? Okay. Lawal Musa is asking how long an NFT will last in Binance NFT marketplace. If once you have it there, you can hold it or sell it. So nobody can determine whether an NFT is going to increase in value or is not going to increase in value. But if you try to buy before everybody have access to it, you buy as early as possible, you might see good return. But I'm not recommending you to go and be buying NFTs thinking you make good returns, right? So, but if you buy early, you might make good returns, right? And most importantly, Binance NFTs, you know, it's cheap. It's on the Binance app. You are paying very little fee, right? I've tried buying NFTs on Ethereum and my fees, imagine paying 60,000 naira fee. I'll be like, why don't I give my mom or any of my relatives that 60K? Right. So it feels like that somehow. And I wonder if Ethereum is actually the coin of the rich, right? But many people don't look at it that way. So I sometimes wonder if Ethereum is actually the coins, if Ethereum and Ethereum is specific, if it's the coin of the rich and wealthy. Okay. So let's go to cryptocurrency both. Lawal Musa said, okay, Samuel Alagbe said he hasn't used a crypto bot. Okay, so I'll be going deep. I'm going in depth into crypto investing and trading automation, right? But first, let's look at why you need an automation, right? So, one thing that I've noticed about cryptocurrency investors, you know, which I can even tell you my own story, is that when we still manage small funds of money, small funds, small trading capital, we are always calm, you know, we follow our strategy. But whenever we start handling large sum, it starts getting into our head and we start making wrong decisions, right? As a matter of fact, if you start trading now and you make 10x your money or 100 times your money, guess what's going to happen? You will start feeling as if you are the best investor in the world. You will start feeling as if you are Warren Buffett. Pride starts setting in. And what follows pride? Downfall. Mistakes start happening and you lose all that money. Right? I've seen a situation whereby a Nigerian, right, lost over $400,000. That's millions of naira. Yes. What happened? When he was trading, we in the bull market, started feeling as if he's the expert, right? He thought he's now the boss, right? And guess what happened? He lost that money. And the person that shared that story with me said that person maybe is currently in the psychiatry or something, right? Because he needs help. If you lose such a huge amount of money, first and foremost, the person is going to feel depressed, right? So what came to my mind, because I've also lost something like I've lost millions, I've lost millions, right? So, but what came to my mind is that that person, when he started handling such a huge portfolio, he needed to what? To start using trading bots, right? So he needed to start automating his investment so that he can reduce unnecessary mistake, right? And also maximize profit. So that is the reason why you need to automate your crypto investing and trading, right? You are trying to remove subjectivity from your trading. You know the meaning of being subjective, when you have an agenda, right? Maybe your friend told you this coin is going to pump tomorrow. You could not sleep overnight and you had the money and you quickly bought that coin. But instead of the coin pumping, the coin went down and you lost your money. So most times we are usually biased. So subjectivity is all about being biased. We are usually biased. We are humans. Humans are prone to mistakes and we are usually biased. So if you start handling huge portfolio, then now is the time to start looking into using bots or automating your investment, right? So that you can avoid little mistake that is going to make you know lose your money, right? So automation and the use of bots is all about being as objective as possible, right? That is, you have your strategy that you've tested to be working, you code it into a computer, right? And computer will execute it as you want it to do. That's automation, right? How you want computer to do it. That's automation, right? And computer will be very objective. Computer is not going to go and listen to news or FOMO. We call it FOMO. We call it FOMO, right? Computer will not listen to news and make mistake, right? All right, and Samuel Lagbe is asking a very important question, a very good question. He said, "Are you saying trading bots are better at market analysis than humans?" I am not saying that. I'm only telling you that humans are prone to mistakes. I'm only telling you that once you have done your analysis, once you have a proven strategy, once you have a proven system, when it comes to following that system, a computer will perform better than an human. Once you have a proven system that, as based on your experience, you've created a system and you have, right? But the other side is that if you code a wrong thing or you gave computer a wrong rule, maybe the rule is that use all my money to trade on a single trade. Computer will also do the same, right? So the only side effect of using a computer is it does what you tell it to do. So if there's error in what you are telling it to do, then there will be error, right? But on the other side, as humans, if you have a very good system, if you have a very good system as a human being, let's say you have been trading all your system from morning till night, you're in front of your computer and you're not tired and your eyes is now bringing out water and you are losing your focus, you are losing your concentration, and because you still want to make money, you can't leave your system, you still want to trade, right? One eye is already closing, right? And with the other eyes you are entering. So normally you are using 1% of your capital to place a trade, which is, let's say, $1,000. But you now made a mistake, you press the zero 10 times and you execute the trade. Do you not get what I'm saying now? So if you have a proven system, right, it's a computer will beat an human being in following that system, in executing that system. All right. So you still need to be smart in your analysis, right? But when it comes to the execution, computer will beat us because computer is not tired. The only thing computer needs is what? For you to plug it in to internet, sorry, plug it into power supply and internet, and your computer will not feel sleepy, right? But humans, you will sleep. And you know the funniest thing, trading is a bit stressful. People won't tell you trading is stressful. I've monitored a trade for 2 days without sleeping. You keep ticking, ticking, ticking. I will doze off, still on my laptop. Oh. I will doze off. I will quickly go and eat. I will quickly have my bath. I will still come back and I'll be monitoring. In fact, when I'm traveling, I'm still monitoring it. At the end of the day, after spending like 2 days to monitor something or 3 days, it will now what? Go and liquidate me. How will you feel? I've wasted all that time. But do you know that you can place that trade and instruct computer to watching it for you? And tell computer, if I lose 10%, oh yeah, trigger my stop loss. If I win 20% or 50%, trigger my take profit, right? So it's just like using computer to your advantage, but it has to do with how smart are you, right? Because computer is only going to do what you give it, right? So that's the whole idea of trading automation. And right now, for those that trade stocks, maybe US stocks or Nigerian stocks, as a matter of fact, especially US stocks, 80% of those trades are being done by computer. While you are standing in front of your computer, you're trying to place the trade, you're looking at the screen. Some people do it, it's computer that do it, right? And that's what they call high frequency trading. I don't know if you've heard about it. High frequency trading. So high frequency trading is all about telling computer, this is the criteria I'm looking for. Once you see this criteria, place a trade. And computer will keep looking for those criteria and place even 1,000 to what? 5,000 trades. Do you understand? So computer will keep looking for those criteria and place between 1,000 to 5,000 trades. And look at it as a human being. How many trades can you place in a day? So no matter how serious or hardworking you are, you can hardly place up to 1,000 trades in a day, even 500. All right. So having said that, I'm seeing another question here. Samuel Agbe is saying, how can we get this trading bots? Do we buy them? Right. So we have some platforms where you can get this trading bots. Right. Some are free and some are paid. So the first platform is Binance.com. If you go to Binance.com, we have what we call the auto invest. We have what we call auto invest on Binance app, right? So what the auto invest does is that once you put your stable coins, right, you can give it an instruction. Especially now that, let's say we're in the bear market, you can give it an instruction. Okay, this is my stable coin, this is my USDT, $1,000. Buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. Buy $10 of Bitcoin, $10 of Ethereum, $10 of BNB every week for the next 5 months. And that's exactly what Auto Invest is going to do. Do you understand? So that is exactly what Auto Invest is going to do. So it's going to buy what you ask it to buy at a specific time over an interval, right? We also have strategy trading on Binance app. There's also something called strategy trading as well, right? So you can also check that out. But what you need to understand is that you don't need to be a coder or a programmer before you what? Before you use a trading bot. I know that some people are scared there. They are scared. Oh, I'm just new to crypto. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a developer. How can I use this trading bot? Right? So on this platform, right? On this platform, I'll be mentioning those platforms very soon, right? What we have is that we have what we call rules. rules, right? Rules, right? So on some of these platforms, you can have up to 120 or 150 rules. So what is left for you to do is, okay, this is my bot. I'm going to give it rules, right? So you just configure the rule. Maybe the rule is buy at so time, buy this at so time. So you just tell it, you just put in your own what you want based on the rules. So what you're just going to be doing is to be clicking the rules, and computer will follow that rule. Okay. So what are the popular platforms? We have Pionex, Pionex, Pionex. Let me try to get them and maybe share them, right? So we have Pionex, Pionex.com. We have CryptoOpera.com. We have um, we have 3commerce.com, right? We have 3commerce.com. We have coinrule.com, right? We have tradesanta.com, right? We have trilati.com, right? So yeah, those are the major ones, right? So what you just need to do is register. They even have a free plan. Most of them have a free plan, and so far your trading capital is lower than $5,000, you would be able to use. So far your volume is lower than $5,000, you'll be able to use their free plan. So what you need to do is log into your Binance account where you have your capital, go and create a trading API, right? So that trading API is what you are going to connect to that platform that has the bot, right? So, but when you are creating the trading API, you won't allow them to have access to your withdrawal. They will only be able to trade for you, right? So they will only be able to trade for you. Okay. So they'll be able to trade for you. So what you just need to do is once you take your API from Binance.com, you connect it with, let's say, uh 3commerce, for example, right? Or CoinRule, right? All right. So what you need to do is now that your bot, start giving it instructions, right? You don't need to be a coder, just give it what you want. But you need to be able to think, you need to have a strategy, you need to have a system, right? And computer will follow it. In fact, you can go and sleep, you can go and do your normal job, you can leave it for 5 months, it's going to do exactly what you tell it to do, right? So that's about that. And before I start answering one question, I just want to give you a tip when it comes to crypto trading and automation. I know you might be saying, oh, I have a small amount. That's what I'm using to do my trading, right? So that's fine. But if you start using, by the time you start using large amount or your capital, your portfolio start increasing, now is the time to employ a trading bot so that you don't lose the money that you have acquired, that you have made. Learn from other people's experience, right? Some people have lost money because they don't know that, okay, when you start trading huge capital, uh price setting, right? So to avoid all that, use a trading bot, right? And it's very easy. If you tell them I only want to lose 2%, you tell computer I only want to lose 2%, I only want to lose 5%, it sticks to that. In fact, you can tell computer I want to lose 5% or 10% in a month or 2 months or 3 months, and it will stick to that. And at the same time, you can say computer I want to make 30 or 50%, and when you make that amount, it's going to sell and lock in that profit. So it's vice versa. Okay. So having said that, I hope you've learned a lot today. And I like the fact that this is very this discussion, was both ways, right? As I'm talking, you're also asking questions. Wonderful discussion. So please share the comprehensive list of them at your leisure. So Samuel Alagbe is saying that I should share the comprehensive list of these trading platforms. So I'm going to drop it now. So I'm going to drop it. So while I'm trying to get the list, please keep your questions coming. Keep your questions coming, guys. Okay, so I'm trying to get the list so that I can share them with you. Trying to get the list. So now I have the list. I have the list and I'm going to share with you now. So guys, I just shared the list now. Please check. I shared with my one of my accounts. So check the. Oh, I can't send more than 200. I'll need to break them. I'll need to break them. So let me see. Let me know in the chat if you start seeing them. Okay, I've sent one. Can you all see them? Can you all see them? I've sent another one. Can you all see? So neutrality, cornrow. So are you seeing them? I've shared it. Oh, I've shared it. Please check the this live stream chat. All right. So I've shared it. So let's now look at So let me look at your questions and answers now. Let's do Q&A. Let's have Q&A. Let me look at your questions. Please keep your questions coming, guys. We're in Q&A now. I've sent it. Check. Check very well. I've sent them. All right. So keep your questions coming. We have just 2 more minutes. We have just 2 more minutes, and we'll call it a day. We have 2 more minutes, and we'll call it a day. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's a funny question, right? So somebody is saying that when will the BUSD be distributed? Okay, so I really appreciate that you guys are following up and you're asking the right question, right? So, but to participate in the USDT, there's a Google form. Please make sure you fill this Google form. Very important. That's how you get to participate. That's how you win. Benefits, right? So I think that's the only problem is uh, um, uh, technology, right? because that's how you can help people. If people are not willing to learn, you can't help them. All right, everybody, I'll be leaving now. So bye.